Yep. What the? Ah, there we go. Yeah, come on again. Anyway, it's a different problem. Keeps coming back. I really need to look into it. It's the shifter sensor. Yeah, shift position sensor on the transmission. It's a different word than that they call it in the code book. Anyway, it's not knowing when it's in drive or park or first, whatever. So it kind of gets lost in itself and tries to put it in second gear. It's been a problem. But anyway, it's an expensive part. Might be easier to fix it than try to make the money to buy one. The hard part, taking the transmission down a little bit, undoing all the stuff when taking the part off. That's what's tough to do, but after that, it's easy going, whether you buy one or fix it. But, I wanted to talk about a few simple things and then something a little more down to reality of what no one knows yet. I didn't even know it until the realizations are surfacing, and then I've realized, oh yeah, okay, I get it now. But not yet. Something else I've got to speak up on here. There's a video I made earlier. You may have seen already, where I did talk about a name, and I said that's my true name. Well, it's a little longer than my first. See, Allah is my true name, but I said Al-Azhar. That's just what I like to be called. But Allah is my true given name. Al-Azhar is what I like to be called by others. And that Allah is my first name. And my Creator, the one who created me, doesn't wish me to say, well, they do now. That's weird. Huh. Oh, because I hadn't figured it all out yet. Wasn't wanting me to think about saying something without understanding everything. My name, as my first name is Allah, and then Zeronian for the last name. And Zeronian is my Creator's name. See? Zeronian, Allah Zeronian. See? Allah Zeronian. So my given name is Allah. My given full name is Allah Zeronian. And my father's name is Zeronian. And I don't know what the last name is, but he did tell me or maybe I just got the name of Martha. Yeah, Martha Zeronian is my other half, okay? So, but he didn't tell me his other half's name. I don't think. Not yet. Oh, Maria Ann. Mary or Maria Ann. Marianne. Yes. Is her name. And he'll tell us all their last name when we're all sitting down and talking together after this plan of mine is finished. And they've got their own stuff going on too, and the other families as well. And the timing, believe it or not, is going to all come together at the same exact moment. How divine is that? So divine. And another thing I want to add note to is these last names and first names work in such a way, it's always the father's name that goes as the last name to the families, or to the offspring, if you want to call them that, the sparks. We call them the sparks. The sparks of creation. You're a spark of creation. And so every time, like, all of you will have Allah as your last name. Yeah. And your given name will be revealed to you in time, I'm sure. You take remembrance and it'll just come to you. It'll be like a tune that's easy to sound out, you know. And it'll be in your mind already, in your soul. And as soon as I heard Al-Azhar in my mind, I knew. And then as I thought about it a little bit, when the one who created me said, my names are not exactly, I just, you know, through interpretation understood Zeronian. And it made sense after I pieced it together and Spirit confirmed it with me. You know, my name is Al-Zeronian because that's the name I was given by my own true creator, my real creator, which is also, you know, part of the whole family, and it's like your grandfather. And I'll tell you what, Grandpa is ready to sit down and talk with us all. Very ready, very ready. It's going to be quite the epic chat. All love, very loving. The man is more benevolent than the universe itself. Yeah. It's astounding that name came through, that it stuck into religious texts and things. Allah. Praise Allah. You know, people knew before the secret was even revealed. Maybe it was revealed somewhere and I'm not realizing it right now. I don't think it was, though. I think people were just enthusiastic when they heard that word Allah, and they decided that that would be the right name. Intuitively and instinctively they understood already. Just like riding a bike, you learn how to do it and then it's easy to know how afterwards. Even 10 years later. So that just goes to show that everything that's true to us is familiar to us, and everything that is not true to us is not familiar to us. Yep. That's in the soul deep level, not the human mind level. Because this reality here It's meant to fool us in ways that we learn from, we teach ourselves with, to understand and, the dynamics of realities. There's more than one reality, that's for sure. The movie Men in Black with the little locker worlds and the marble worlds and galaxies, and that's not so far off from the constructs of what different realities constitute. How you can change something to function differently than it actually would as something else. That's a real thing. Going from this plane to the spiritual plane, creations happen dynamically the same way, but differently. It is all production out of an energetic source of thought and intention. Just like the families, And my other half, she's really benevolent, so benevolent too. When I created this universe, she had to add her beautiful things. And I knew she would. And it just made everything so complete, so wonderful. Just like a wife does for a husband in this life. And to see it happen and being done as the human is doing it, in very much the same dynamic as I was explaining, it astounds my mind and fills me with love and appreciation. It really does. It's awe-inspiring. And just reminds me of the whole reason that this is all happening just to begin with. As far as the manifestation of this universe and everything else that it holds. The very reason behind it was to see what happens with love involved in the different levels of realities. It's absolutely incredible. It truly is. But I think we're learning more than just that. And not in a cold or bad way, but in a neutral sense. That when we sit still and we let love flow, it's unbounded. And it does what it does, no matter what we're doing. As long as we're feeling it, it's doing what it does. It's power all by itself. And when we realize that, we become all-powerful our own self, over our own reality, on all the different levels of realities. We affect them, as in what we're here doing now also has an impact on what we're going to be doing later. And the same effect goes in through the reality and above to the next reality and above to the next reality and above and through and above and through. That love is so powerful. and so dynamically impressive it works on all rungs of the ladder. The energy of love. That's where it all comes from. Love is all there is, all there ever was, and all there ever will be. And I love you all. And we'll talk to you guys later. I'm going to go in and feed cats and water them. I'm sure they need it. Go out and create a garden. Live your life with beauty. Enjoy what your mother, your creation, or the one who created you with me, go and enjoy what she put around for you to see and love. And be constructive with what I put for you to build with. And use love in mind, so that these things that you build may move through this reality with ease. And so these ideas may work their way into your next reality with ease. And be the tools that work with the love you have in your heart. And with this, I bless you all with the gifts of love and prosperity, as in spiritual prosperity. A deep understanding of who you are, for you to realize that you are an avatar of spirit, spiritual understanding, spiritual power, spiritual love that goes beyond anything in this earth life. Because you're going to take anything from this earth life, everything and anything as it is, and it's going to seed your next reality with the love that you carry with you. And you will leave any hate and hostility behind, because it is not part of you. It is only within you as the construct of darkness, voidance of love. That is all it is. All it ever was. So when you do not carry the love with you, there is nothing. And when there's nothing, there is no construction and no beauty. And that's speaking emotionally and mentally, in the moment. You take away the positivity and you've only got the negativity. That's the point I'm coming to. So the more love you build here and now, the more that's going to come with you into your next reality. The negativity and avoidance and the darkness is going to stay here. We simply aren't able to manifest the negativity and the darkness in any way, shape, or form as a spirit. We're not built from it. We see it and know of it, but we can't manifest it. It's against our nature. It's like asking a tree to walk. It can't. It just simply can't. So remember that well, and realize that leaving the body is not something to be misconstrued as hell-bound or darkness or nothing. Because the nothing is only when the love doesn't exist. I'm getting to a point here, as you can tell. Some folks out there that have passed away didn't have a lot of love in their heart, whether they were hurt or not. They didn't keep love in their heart, and so they left with a lot of avoidance. Okay. And it takes many, many, many lifetimes of reality in spiritual life to heal. It takes a lot longer than it does in the human form. And because of the trauma they've gone through and all the hurt, it comes right back when they go back into life. Even if it's not surfacing or showing as a spiritual being, they get it. It comes back. And that's why it takes so long to go away as a spiritual being. And this is the reason some of you will have to do the same things over again in a new life with some changes. And some of you will be ready to move into the next thing that you're destined to do, because you've already healed from the pain and you're only carrying love in your heart. If you can do it here and now, it'll be much faster and easier for you to do. Because otherwise you will maybe need to heal through another lifetime. It'll be a different reality though. It's going to be like going to the hospital rather than going to school. And there won't be any ultimate ending plan involved or what humans might call Armageddon of Earth, which is a very loose term to try and throw over it. But yeah, an ends to a means to an end, People going all kinds of different ways trying to figure out what they're going to do next. It's not going to be like that. But you will heal. And you will remember what you went through. The difference is you'll have remembrance of this reality now. And what I'm teaching you and everything. It won't be a mystery to you. You'll know why you're there. And the same goes through the transgressions too, healing from those. Some people, the light's coming out, look at that. Some people have been real jerks. And then you're going to also have to heal through what you might call community service in a way. You're going to heal yourself by doing good. And in the same way, you're going to know why. And you're going to realize what you did. You're going to feel all the pain of knowing that you were guilty. But that you're repairing yourself. You're repenting, repairing, to absolve yourself of that. Because what you need to understand is it isn't I that judges you. It never was. And it was never the angels either, even though they're carrying out certain things to fulfill judgment for people that need it to happen for them. The person, the human, the soul within the human is the one who judges the human and the soul itself. You judge yourself. You actually carry out your own retributions and your own reparations. And sometimes I have to help. I do. Even though I don't like to do some of the things I gotta do. It's what I'm being told. The major weather and stuff, it's been in times when I haven't been exactly myself, I'm being told. And I was here. And my anger was so powerful as a human with the supreme powers that I did some things that were a little chaotic. And it wasn't about any of you, it was about me learning stuff that I still hadn't figured out. So when I came here as Jesus, it wasn't exactly about all of you. It was about me. To learn things, to get stuff, to get it, so I could get something I didn't understand yet. Whatever that must have been, was probably more towards realizing what is pushing it too far and what is not pushing it too far. And that's why the body I had at the time got put on a cross, is because I pushed something too far. I did something to somebody or a group of people that I probably regretted doing. And because it was partially religions that caused this to happen. Okay. They hid the truth from you. They didn't want it to be known that spirituality or a spiritual being themselves, I had done some seriously evil things. But they should have told you. Because then you would have realized more what actually goes on. Even with the Creator himself. I judged myself, see? Because I knew that I hadn't learned that lesson yet. And that pain and trauma, it followed through into this life. That's part of the reality. And this is how these energies work. They have special purposes and special tasks. Each line of energy does. And so every time you experience or tap into one of these energies, you are experiencing the reality that they follow suit with. So try to stay out of the negative ones. And if you haven't learned it all yet, Well, you can do so in small ways and still get the knowledge that you need and not cause too much damage on yourself or anyone else. You know. But nonetheless, you need to understand it all. You need to go through it all so that you realize the differences fully. Yep. You gotta understand the dark as well as the light. And you already realize that the darkness does not follow the light. And the light lights up the darkness. And that's why the darkness wants to run away from the light. And the reality is exposed in the earth life when you see a mouse try to run from a snake or something that's trying to catch it. Same difference, it's being shown in reality. It's part of the creation. It's part of the teaching status or the teaching frame. You know, a moving picture. I really tried to add everything I could to make it obvious for everyone. All the dynamics involved in the universe and in the earth, within the body, within human nature itself. All the obvious signs are there about what happens when different emotions are used. So basically the picture has been painted in everything. Yep. Is there anything else I need to talk about? I'm trying to think. I don't know. Yeah, your energies affect lust, greed, or those they're not always lower energies. You know, lust is just kind of a there kind of energy, but it's not always terribly bad. You got to be careful to control those things as well. Because the free-flowing love energy gets kind of stuck in ruts when you let those other ones ahead instead of the love. And so you never get what's truly fulfilling when you pay attention to the lust or greeds or things like that too much. You gotta learn to let go of certain things in order to experience the full, true kindness of your own self. Because the true kindness of your own self is the true beauty that you're going to find in your life. Everything else is non-circumstantial, actually. It will not serve your circumstances in a positive way. You can lust over that beautiful girl all you want, but till you realize how to love everything as a whole, you'll never even get to hold hands with her. Okay? And by loving the whole, that means yourself too, respecting, realizing what's needed and what's not. Yourself and her together. When you connect them together in the right way, she's all of a sudden at your doorstep. Because energy, Like I said, it follows suit with the circumstance. When it's love, it's positive, okay? And so, since it's positive on your side, she's going to sense it as well, because love, the energy of love is unbound when it's free-flowing. So she's going to see you, and you're going to see her. Only then will it come together as what you wish. Or you don't have to use the word wish, as what you will it to be, or what would expect it to be. What do you expect right now? That's what things are going to be. Change your expectations if they don't look good to you at the moment. If the whole world does this together, just think about what an outcome will be energetically. Unbound love. Yep. I send out positive energy for you day in and day out, and you suck it up like candy? Yes, you do. It's time for you to start circling that around yourself, making it part of you, so that it may grow in your life and make your reality more constituted with such peace. Then your world will change. Then your world will be like mine. I know many people want it to be this way. Peaceful, quiet, easy. It's there. Just listen and do the things I've said. I'm gonna let you guys go now. It's almost 40 minutes long. Go ahead and check out that last video I talked about. It's a little more serious, and you know, I get a little abrupt sometimes, and not my intention to sound angry or upset. It's not what it's about. It's just, I'm just trying to be a good fatherly figure. Don't piss off your mother, I guess is the best way to put it on that last video. Alright, I love you guys. Take it easy. Bye.